Come read with me. Matthew 5:33-37. Again, you've heard that it was said to people long ago, do not break your oath, fulfill the Lord the vows you have made. But I say, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for its the foot throne, or by heaven, for its footstool, or by Jerusalem, for its city of the great king. Do not swear by your head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black. All you need to say is simple, yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. So let's break this down a little bit, talk about it more. We can't really make promises. We can't control anything, right? So we can't control, like if this tree breaks right now, I have no control over that. Um, I had a choice to get on it, but if it breaks, I really have no control. If I roll my ankle falling off this thing, I have no real control over that. They make a promise that I'll be safe on the strip, right? Can't control that. So we got to respect God and respect our place in this world as His servants, and that we're below Him, that He has control over everything, that we have really no control. And to make promises is kind of not respect Him entirely, and respect that you have no respect the authority that it's His decision, more or less. Doesn't mean you can make and not things happen, right? So let's say you have a goal and you were like, I really want to push forward on it, right? That that goal is, you still have to put in effort. Like it's not gonna happen, or it's not gonna happen because God didn't have for you. But if you allows it, it will allow it to happen. That doesn't mean that bad things that happen are just because He allowed it. It's because He allowed us to make decisions. Does that make sense? We have free will. He allows us to have free will, but He's allowing us to benefit the results of free will. So it doesn't mean that you can't make promises still, because you can't you can't see the future, and He's living outside time, so He can't. But it doesn't mean don't just stop doing things because God won't let it happen. Oh, it won't have me because I'm unlucky or whatever that is. So it still gotta work hard and stuff all that, because God is very just. So He is very, doesn't mean He'll give you everything because you work hard, but He is just. He doesn't mean He won't give you nothing, even if it's not the thing you wanted. Maybe you learn something on the way that was very, very important and will lead to something way later in your future, or you maybe passed on a lesson to your kids about it, or maybe you help become, instead of doing a thing, you become a teacher. Sorry. So this is also about credibility, right? You can't control, right? You can't control what happens in the future. If you make a promise and then that promise is broken because you can't control the future, you're not as credible as you were before. But if you never make that promise, you're still credible. And why is it important to be credible? Because if you represent Jesus and you're already a credible source, people are like, oh, he's a credible person. He believes in Jesus. That might also make him like, well, if he's done all this right in the past, he's always been very accurate on what he says because he has full faith in God, right? And he walks in faith, and then he's a credible person. And most people feel like, I want to follow that credible person. That gives you, it makes you a better representation of God and a better person that God can use you more because you're a credible source. So say you're not a credible source. You're not a credible person and you are just out here not doing much, and you're just lying and you're doing all that, and then you believe in Jesus. I think you're lying about Jesus too. You know what I mean? It's just not going to be a good avenue, and God might not be able to use you in that way. And it might take a long time for God to use you to help you bring people to God, which is the ultimate goal for pretty much every Christian. That's why the reason I make these videos. Hopefully, I help give someone knowledge about who Jesus really is and the love He gives for all of us, and not the people's image of Jesus of a tyrant or a negative person who's just controlling the world and just not showing the love that He has for us. So let's say if I was a person that was lying and just not telling the truth but didn't really believe this, then I would be an uncredible source, and I would not be able to make these videos confidently. I would I didn't really believe it, or if I even if I wasn't a credible source in the past and I didn't have confidence in myself as a credible source, then I couldn't confidently do this, and you guys wouldn't have a reason to like watch these videos, right? Because if I was just speaking just folklore and I just wasn't even reading the Bible, or I just didn't go on these hikes to saying like to go get nice spots and try to do everything I can to make these videos as nice as possible because it creates a better atmosphere, then you guys probably wouldn't watch it, and you guys wouldn't, these videos wouldn't be used for any purpose. It's important to keep that credibility. Now, if, like I said, if God's willing, some videos he's just like, man, you did not hit, right? Some videos I'm like, yeah, and I agree. You just let's not push this one out, and this one, for some of those videos never get traction, also because they're not very good. But I feel like God has pushed the videos that I really worked hard on and has felt like there's something within them that he can teach people with, and I've got some good messages from people saying, yeah, it was hopeful and they enjoyed him, and I'm like, okay, that makes me feel good because that makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And I'm not, that feeling good is not always gonna be there because not every video is gonna be a great video, but the fact that that video is doing well, telling me that maybe either one, I'm really gonna make videos, which I'm not, and two, God maybe push the video to someone who needs it, because some of these videos are very, very specific. They're telling me stories about stuff they're going in their lives, and I'm like, wow, God is really using these videos. And if it helps one person, a win's a win. That day is one. That month is one. This channel is one. That one person. And that's all because I think I can be credible because I don't lie as much as often as I can. Obviously, I'm not gonna say I've never lied, but that would be me lying saying I'm completely credible, right? Because I'm still 20. I've not read this Bible cover to cover. That's why I'm reading with you guys. I'm ahead of this, but we're talking about. But the point is to learn together, So that's why the reason I feel credible is because I'm not supposed to be credible. We're learning together, and I love to have conversations and debates and just talk about what you guys thought about the readings and read along too. But that's it for the day. See you guys next time. Daily Bible Real Miles.